Hi everyone, my name is Risha. Today is the 24th of March 2024 and I'm going to be going over my weekly predictions for Nvidia. As usual, I'll be going over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and I'll switch over to the Excel sheet where we'll review last week's prediction and of course go over this week's. But before getting into this video, it's important to make the disclaimer that all information here is completely educational and therefore it is important to conduct your own analysis before entering any position in the market to ensure that you are comfortable with the risk, reward, and trading strategies that I use. So please conduct your own analysis before entering a market. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So, monthly charts, we can see that immediately there's been a very sharp rise in Nvidia in the past 3 months, starting from January 2024. We can see this in the RSI is consistently going up, but this has been going on since this trough here, which was back in December 2022. Nvidia has been constantly rising along with its RSI. Stochastics are not important in the monthly charts, but they will play an important factor, be an important factor in the weekly charts. But for the monthly charts, we can immediately see that Nvidia is doing very well. And if we add volume to this chart, we can see that this is actually going up and increasing in volume as well, which is quite a good signal for that. It means it's backed by volume. Now let's go into the weekly charts. Here's where things start to get a little bit more tricky. So we can immediately see that, again, the same trend of very strong uptrend is visible here. You can see that the RSI is absolutely soaring into the overbought zone, which is actually not a good thing. It's actually meant to be a contrarian signal. But we can see that Nvidia tends to stay in this zone for quite a long time without any problem. We can see Stochastic actually had a sell signal here a while ago, and it's continuing to go downward, which is not a good thing whatsoever. And it also further weakens the upwards movement that we can see so far. However, volume has been going up quite steadily, so we can say for sure that that is a good thing, since we can see clearly the volume has is not rising per se, but it was rising throughout. But in the last 3 weeks, we can see that it's actually been going down in volume, which is a good signal and something to be wary of. And here we can see is a hanging man candlestick pattern. Since it is red, we do want to be, since it's not red, we can assume that this is a good upward signal. So we will be taking the high at 947.78 as the resistance and 850.10 as the support. So these are the buy and sell stops respectively. So whenever they get broken, the position will be taken. Monthly charts, we can daily charts. Not to get into some more details, we can see from the 18th we had a for the first 3 days it was pretty non-eventful, but the 5th day, actually the last day of the week, was the one which carried it to this hanging man type of pattern. We can see that the price shot up quite significantly, which is why we have a large green body and a even larger tail. Although volume was pretty static and not really eventful whatsoever. RSI has now crossed its average going upwards, which is actually a bullish signal and further increases the incline towards an upwards trade this week. And the stochastic is also going up along with this average. So daily charts are giving a good confirmation that Nvidia is likely to go up this week. So now let's move to the Excel sheet. So last week we didn't have any trade, but this week, again, as aforementioned, we buy when it crosses the resistance at 947.78 and sell when it falls below the support at 850.10. Target of 1%, that's not really true. This is more of a moving target. So once it reaches 1%, the whole thing will be shifted up. It's not necessarily a take profit. It's just a target for where 1% and it will keep going up accordingly. So every time it reaches 1%, higher or lower depending on if it's a buy or sell trade, the whole range of the take profit and take loss will be moved up until it breaks the stop loss. And then if we are in a position that none of these are hit, then we take the close on Friday. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.